Mic check, 1, 2. Yes, sir. My name is Tyler.
And I'm Zach.
We are the men of the mic, and you are in the airwaves. And what have you had in rotation recently, Zach? That's where we had our humble beginning, so I want to make that a bit of a tradition with these episodes going forward. I want to see what's in rotation. And hey, if anyone wants to play along, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I want to see what songs or artists everybody else has been listening to recently, too. But you start us off, Zach. What have you got for us?
You know, even though it was a month ago, and it still doesn't feel like it was, with us recently graduating.
God, yeah, that was so surreal.
I've been on a bit of the nostalgia train and listening to a lot of old nostalgic music from when we were still in school.
Hey, I can respect that. What kind of music does that entail, though? What kind of, era or songs or artists do you go to?
I mean, with the playlist I've got, it's a lot of, 2010s era music that everybody loves, I feel like. And, one that seems to pop up a lot on the playlist, even when it's on shuffle, is Bruno Mars.
Hey, that's a good artist. You can't go wrong. Especially from that era, too. He's got some solid bangers from those years.
Now, what about you? What have you got in rotation?
Well, I don't mean to hijack it for a bit, but for me, what I've had in rotation recently kind of goes hand in hand with our first story, so I can just go straight into it if you want me to.
Take it away.
Well, Sublime released a new album, and yes, I will repeat that, it is the year 2026, and I did say it correctly. You did hear me correctly. Sublime released a new album. It's Bradley's son Jacob taking over the vocals, and he does such a good job with that, by the way. He sounds identical to his dad. It's so spooky. And the new album is awesome. It's called Until the Sun Explodes. Won't do a full album review because I was thinking about it before the episode. And if people want it, and I mean you guys need to tell us on social media, you need to comment on this video that you want it. I need to see that this is something people will actually be invested in. But if you really want it, we'll invest in some camera equipment. We'll get a video going in maybe early July or something. And we'll do a proper album review for the new Sublime album. But anyways, the best I can give you for right now without giving away the full review is I've got 2 tracks mainly that I go to the most often. It's the lead single, Ensenada. That one's just super catchy, pure rock and roll. I love that one. And then one of the B-sides from the album, Figueroa. It's another groovy one that I really enjoy. It's definitely eye-catching. Stands out from the rest of the album. I think that's a good way to say it. And besides that, we got, while we're on the topic of new music, I can talk about Breaking Benjamin too. They confirmed recently that their next studio album's finished. The first single they released from this album cycle was back in October 2024, which it's insane on its own. I feel like 2-year album cycles shouldn't be a thing, that we should just bring back the norm of having just a 4 or 5 month album cycle and just call it a day. Anything past a year is a bit excessive, but besides that, it was the single called Awaken back in 2024. Earlier this year, I think either this year or late last year, they had Something Wicked just to show some signs of life again. And yeah, recently they confirmed the new album's finished. Those are 2 killer singles, bit on the heavier side, so viewer discretion is advised, buyer beware, but I personally really dig it, and I'm excited for the new album.
Now, completely flipping the coin, and let's get talking about from real music. We're going, unfortunately, to AI music.
Oh god, don't get me started, man.
I've been digging down the rabbit hole of this recently, and something I saw that I thought was pretty interesting is in the past few months, there has been 6 AI or AI assisted songs on the top Billboard charts.
That's so lame that we let that happen, man. It's just a part of our lives now. That's just something we're okay with. It's so insane.
Unfortunately, and I mean, one thing with AI is like you could listen if you listen to that music, which I don't advise you to. I mean, you can tell there's almost never any mistakes in it. As I mean, just in this part of the video so far, you've heard us stutter multiple times.
Yeah, and this is like our fourth or fifth take that we're recording this too.
Like, natural humans will make mistakes. They take longer to film, like, record things. I mean, with AI, you can get song after song after song, maybe like 5 songs in one day. There's no excitement in that anymore.
I just really hope it dies down. The crazy thing is, like, some bands or artists, they get replicated and they're not okay with it, which is a good thing. But the crazy thing is some bands are actually okay with it. Like, I know the hologram concerts, I think Tupac and ABBA had some of those recently, which is insane to me. But another one is Motley Crue, of all bands. They had this song called Dogs of War. It was a year or two ago, and I haven't even listened to it. That's how bad the song was from how I've heard it. But anyone I've talked to about it, they said, yeah, you can hear clear as day. It's all AI. And then Kiss, at their most recent of many farewell concerts, they said they announced that weird avatar thing or whatever for the carrying on their legacy or whatever they want to call it. And yeah, that feels like it's all going to be AI too. I just really hope it dies down.
Let's take a page out of O'Hare's book from the Lorax and let it die, let it die, let it shrivel up. Who's with me?
Hey, I'm with you. You took the words right out of my mouth. Couldn't have said it any better myself, my friend. The one saving grace, I will say, the one good, silver lining about it is that with any of the AI generated slop, let's just call it that, just to keep it easy, the one good thing is we as humans have the one thing that AI can never replicate, and that's emotion. We make mistakes, Zach alluded to that earlier, but we still have that real, authentic emotion. That's not something that AI can ever learn to replicate. Everything I've ever heard just feels soulless. It's not, driving, it's not emotional, it's all soulless, and anything human made, you can feel the passion that was put into it. Passion, that's a good word for it. That's something that human creators have that AI will never be able to replicate. So I really hope that ends up becoming the catalyst for this dying down, because it's something that needs to die. And
just imagine AI took our voices and made the podcast, and the podcast sounds like this the whole time with no stutters or mistakes, and they do it all in one try.
Yeah, I know we're starting off and we kind of feel a bit tone deaf and monotone sometimes, but we're not robots, are we? We're not that bad that we need to be replaced with Optimus Prime or whatever the hell they come up with. But
before we get too far in the rabbit hole, we might need to move on to the next.
Oh yeah, we still have a completely other half of the show to do. Yeah, I'd rather change the conversation to more, instead of the fake generated music, I'd rather talk about real musicians releasing real music, and I'm really excited about it. First of all, we got Ice Nine Kills. They've been in the spotlight recently with a couple mainstream projects. A lot of movie soundtracks they've been a part of, mainly Terrifier. Speaking of AI generated, the new Scream movie. The one good thing we can say came out of that, Ice Nine Kills got popular and they're on the soundtrack for it. Ready or Not, the sequel to that, is another one they got featured on. And the most recent project that they're partnering with is Dead by Daylight. They're partnering with them for their 10-year anniversary, and they are releasing their new single based on the game, Play Dead. It's going to be out on June 26th. And the announcements just keep coming, because I heard from Bring Me the Horizon 2, apparently at some live show, I'm not sure where, but they played on the big screen, the Jumbotron, whatever musicians call it. They played a very cryptic teaser video for a new project apparently called Dehumanized. Lots of speculation, and Ollie Sykes, the lead vocalist, on Instagram a few days ago, he appears to have confirmed that there's new music in the works. It's this photo of what looks to be a new music video, and I'm always excited for some new Bring Me the Horizon. The last couple post-human projects have been really good. They've always delivered when it comes to new music, so I'm excited to see what that sounds like.
And now we're moving on to some tours again. Thankfully, it's not going to be pretty much the whole episode like it was before.
Yeah, we just got a few, but it's something we like to do just so that way you guys know what's coming to town.
To start us off, that one that took both of us by surprise is Foo Fighters.
Yeah, this is news to me. I need to know everything you know about this, because it's my all-time favorite band, so I feel like I am legally obligated to see if I'm able to go. I feel the urge to go already, but tell me what you know.
This concert will be August 10th at 5:30 p.m. It is at the Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio.
Ah, that's a hell of a trip. What are tickets looking like?
The cheapest tickets, which are up in the nosebleeds, the few concerts that I will be covering, that's where the tickets are. They are showing $65 each, and thankfully, since it's a stadium, there are actual seating.
Oh yeah, that's good, because I know in Cincinnati there's this pavilion venue that a lot of bands play, and like the cheapest like GA tickets are in the lawn. It's like you're sitting on grass, and for a Cincinnati trip, that's not something I'm really willing to go for. So knowing that there's actual seated tickets available is exciting.
Yep.
Might have to save up some money. I might have to see if I can check that one out. That's exciting.
About a month and a half still, so.
Next tour that I've got for you guys is Wage War. They're going to be going on the road with We Came as Romans, Varials, and Cane Hill. Got a couple Ohio stops on the way. They've got a show coming up in Columbus on November 8th, and a few days later on November 11th is going to be in Cincinnati. I don't have any ticket information. You're going to have to check out the band's websites for that, but barring any unreasonable prices, it sounds exciting. It sounds like a tour I'd definitely go to, especially if they're coming to Columbus. I definitely want to support that.
And up next on my list, we have the Usher and Chris Brown concert.
Yeah, for the hundreds, even dozens of people listening that are interested in that lineup. What do your tickets look like for that one?
Their concert is July 2nd at 7 p.m., so it's coming up close.
Yeah, it's 50-50 if tickets are even available.
Yeah, it is at the Ford Field in Detroit, Michigan, so bit of a drive, but... or if you want to fly, your choice.
It's close enough, just make the drive. I don't know if you even would want to drive Chris Brown and Usher, dude. Talk about an all-star lineup. Jeez.
Yeah. And
out of state, too.
Cheapest tickets are showing $72.
Dude.
You know, I'll wait for this concert to be on streaming services to watch it.
Right, because that's going to be high demand. Sure. I can't wait. Next tour I've got to kind of round us out is Under Oath, they're going to be headlining with Atreyu, August Burns Red, and Emery coming with them. They're going to be in Cincinnati on December 4th. Again, no ticket info. Check out the band's websites for that. But that's about all I've got. And one more I can add to this discussion. I can't tell you any dates or locations, but the iconic rock band Faith No More announced recently that they're going to be having a reunion tour in 2027. Sounds like it's going to be global too. It's going to be really exciting. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out and see if they come close by. And you best believe you'll be the first to know. We'll be the first to tell you if there's any dates coming close to us. But yeah, it was all confirmed by Billy Gold, the bassist for the band. They were talking about it on the Rock Talk podcast, and he said, we all kind of decided, like, we think we can do it. I think that we can do it for a few more years, and we can do it the right way, so we're going to give it a go. That's straight from the interview. Check it out if you want to know more, but I'm definitely going to pay attention to that. They posted this cryptic photo, that's the word. Yeah, that it all circles back around. He was talking about the AI thing earlier about humans making mistakes. That's pure, authentic human mistake making that you can't get anywhere else, baby. But yeah, they posted this cryptic photo a few days ago on social media. It's just a big crowd shot with the big numbers 2027 on it, so it's good to have some confirmation that, yeah, Faith No More is coming back. That's exciting. Just please, for the love of God, make it a simple arena tour. Like, that's the one thing about live music now with Sonic Temple and Incarceration. I'm all for it. I'm all for those festivals, like, happening and showcasing a ton of artists in the Ohio area. But it just feels like such a monopoly. Like, it's either those festivals or take the drive up to Cleveland. That's your best bet for those kinds of festivals. They're undoubtedly gonna end up being a Sonic Temple headliner. I feel like that's just about as guaranteed as the usual death, taxes, and whatever else cliche. But I just hope some solid arena date gets announced. I just hope they come to Ohio. First of all, that's priority one.
Or somewhere that's close enough to where it's not too long or too far of a drive.
Ooh, I don't know. If it's Faith No More is one of those bands where I feel like it would have to be in Ohio for me to go to it. I'm not sure about having an out-of-state like vacation adventure for just a Faith No More concert. It'll be interesting to see who they take on the road with them too. I'm interested in everything they've got. But just to round us out in terms of live music, we kind of want to put our money where our mouth is, because if you can tell, we're definitely advocates of live music. We're fans of live music, and we want to kind of showcase something that goes on in town every Friday night, every summer, and it's all free, by the way. We're talking about the Friday night bandstand that goes on right here in town in Lancaster. It's usually downtown near where L City is. That's where it is. They got some food trucks down there and stuff, but you can just grab a lawn chair and have a seat downtown and enjoy some free live music. And we're gonna just have a quick run through of all of the artists that have already played. It's something that already started, but we'll run through some of the artists that have already played and some artists to still expect on later dates. You start us off. What we got that's already been to town?
The first one that started off the bandstand that was on June 5th. They had the openers that were Haley and Jenston. And then the main act was Michael Christopher. He did some country music, it sounded like, that we've seen. If anything that we've said that has passed, if we're wrong, or even if you went to it, let us know how it was or what they actually did in the comments.
Yeah, definitely. I'm interested in hearing anybody's reviews from some of these shows.
But before I get further into it, what was the times of like the openers and main acts again?
Oh yeah, I've got the information right here. All the opening acts are from 6:30 to 7:15, and it says the main acts play from 7:15 to 9 p.m. So if you want to have any time management, that's kind of what the time frame looks like if you want to schedule like what days you're able to attend. Now keep it going. What have we got next?
Alright, and the ones that were playing the second week of Friday Night Bandstand, we had the opener as Aiden Kinser, and then the main act as Bronson Arroyo. Sorry if I mispronounced the name. It says that he did a mix of 90s rock, Pearl Jam covers, and original music.
That one sounds fun. I hope he comes back for future years. Hopefully I can make the next show that comes to town.
Yep, and then the one that happened last night, if you're watching this the day that
Yeah,
we
we're
upload
recording this on the 20th, so this was June 19th last night when we're at the time of recording.
We had the opener as Jimmy Gordon, and the main act was the World Band, which it said they did some electric groove and classic rock.
Definitely sounds interesting. The thing that I saw online, like the only description that I saw for their band was eclectic groove rock, whatever that means. So definitely another one that I'd be interested in attending when it comes to town.
Yep. And then the one that will be happening up next on June 26th, we have the opener as the Lancaster Community Band, which...
I think we might have a few friends in that, I'm not sure.
Yep. And if you went to the Lancaster Community Chorus concert, they were our special guests there, and you might have heard a bit of what they're doing. They're doing some America 250 songs, just kind of patriotic for the America's 250th birthday.
That's cool.
And then the main act is David Church. He is doing old country music.
Sounds interesting. And the next week after that is going to be a bit of a gap. It's going to be on July 10th. It's the one that everybody usually goes for. It's the British Invasion. But as the name implies, definitely going to be a lot of British Invasion era music. It's mainly a Beatles cover band. This is one that I've gone to like almost every year they've been to the bandstand. It's mainly a Beatles cover band. They throw in the occasional Painted Black cover in between. It's always a solid crowd pleaser. But yeah, they do a lot of fun stuff anyway. It's always a fun time. There's one part of the show too that's always also really fun is they take a intermission, and when they come back, they're dressed up in all of the actual like Sgt. Pepper uniforms. It's really fun. So yeah, definitely as someone who's gone and can actually provide some experience, check that one out if you can. It's again 7/10, July 10th, British Invasion at the bandstand. Next up, we got the festival. That's gonna be the next block of performances downtown. Zach can start us off with the first show we've got on July 17th, if I'm not mistaken.
That is wrong. It's the 18th.
Oh, that's the first show? That's good to know then. What have we got?
So, to start us off on, like I just said, Saturday, July 18th at 8 p.m. we have a double tribute. We have The Dancing Dream, which is an ABBA tribute, and Elton Ron, which is an Elton John tribute.
Besides the funny name, that's a crazy double feature. I'm excited for that. I might see if I can go for that one. That sounds like a fun time.
This will be at the Wendell Concert Stage, and ticket prices that we're seeing, $500 for a table of 10. $45 for lawn, and $55 at the gate, and then $10 for children or students 3 through 17.
And after that, on Sunday, July 19th, I can't really guarantee what this entails, but we've got chamber music classics. That's what we've got on the lineup. It's going to be at the First United Methodist Church at 7:30 p.m. $25 adult tickets, $10 children tickets.
And up next we have the concert cafe concerts. This will be July 20th, 22nd, and 24th. All of these will be at 4 p.m. And it'll be at the Cheers Chalet. And from what I'm seeing, it is $30 per table. Or if you want to get the concert series, which is for all three, it is $80 total.
That's not bad, I don't think.
And then on Tuesday, July 21st at 8 p.m., we have a night on Broadway with the Lancaster Festival Orchestra.
Yeah, so calling all theater kids, make sure you attend that one if you want to. That sounds like that's mainly what this concert entails on the 21st.
This will be at Fairfield Christian Church, $30 for just general admission, and again, $10 for children or students 3 through 17.
8 p.m. for that one, right?
Yep.
And after that, we've got whatever the Covered Bridge music series is. We haven't done our research on what most of these entail, but that sounds promising. It sounds like a fun time for anyone interested. Gonna be on Wednesday, July 22nd at 7:30, again at the Wendell Concert Stage. $3.50 for a table of 10, $35 lawn seats, and $10 entry for any children or students attending.
And then up next on Thursday, July 23rd at 8 p.m., you will have the Lancaster Festival Orchestra Masterwork with a special guest of, it's Maxim, right?
Maxime Lando, maybe.
Maxime Lando. My computer decided to autocorrect it, and he is, from the research that we did, he will be the pianist for them. This is at the Ballistica of St. Mary of the Assumption. $30 for Patreon seats, $25 general admission, and again $10 for children or students 3 through 17.
And then we've got our finale show on Saturday, July 25th. It's going to be Lady A with the Lancaster Festival Orchestra, 8 p.m. at the Wendell Concert Stage. Price of admission is $700 if you want a table of 10. It's going to be from rows G to M. That I don't know how far up that is. I've never been, but it sounds like it's a good deal if you've got a big group that you want to take with you. Besides that, though, you've got $55 at the gate, and then $45 for lawn seats, and then $10 for any children attending. And that about wraps it up for us with the festival, at least. I forgot there's more bandstands to cover. I'm up. This is the last few dates we've got. July 31st is going to be when the next bandstand comes to downtown. And by the way, I don't remember if we mentioned this, but if you're keeping an eye out, if you want to attend any of these, it's going to be downtown. It's where L City is, if that's a good enough landmark for you. The next one is Red Light Go with the opening act, Kay Dennison. And Red Light Go sounds promising. I've seen some solid information about what kind of music they play. It's from their social media page. They describe themselves as Ohio's best band playing your favorite rock and dance tunes from the 80s through today. So modern music, if you're into the classics, you're good to go for that. Plenty of stuff available for children of all ages. Next up is it's the one last thing I forgot. This is probably some good context, if anyone's familiar with the station, it's the QFM 96 house band. For anyone familiar with that station, that's probably a good indicator for the type of music you can expect. And now I can move on to the next one. It's going to be August 7th. Rock This Way with opening act Matt Willeman. And Rock This Way is a band that covers the hits from the 70s to now. They say from Journey, Zeppelin, and Styx all the way up to Bruno Mars, DNCE, and the Jonas Brothers. Rock This Way covers tunes from all genres and times and does so at the highest of standards. I've heard good things about that one. I'm going to try and hit that one. That sounds like a solid concert.
Definitely.
And then the last concert rounding us out is going to be August 14th. Opening act Kathy Mara, and the main act is going to be Conspiracy. And from how they describe themselves on their YouTube page, they are known for covering everything from 60s Motown and 70s funk to 90s country and hip-hop. And they say we are constantly adding current hits to our rotation and are happy to accommodate special requests. Honestly, that's not a bad one either. I might see if I can check that one out. That sounds like a fun time, see if there's anything I recognize. But that about rounds us out, so until next time, see if any of these tour dates we've announced today interest you, and comment down below once again if you are interested in us bringing out the album review series, and also let us know what you've had in rotation recently. I think that's about it. That's covering all our bases. Just one last reminder to close us out. But until next time, I've been Tyler.
And I'm Zach.
And we'll see you in the airwaves.